War wounds and battle scars, man. That's what we live for. Shoot, you want to be battle tested. I know I sure as do. You want to have battle scars and you want to have war wounds, man, because you could live to tell your story. Someone else could benefit off of your story. Someone could be motivated from your story. Somebody can be inspired by your story. Somebody can be successful from your story. Somebody can learn from your story. And a person that ain't never been battle tested, don't have no war wounds, don't have no battle scars, you shouldn't take that person serious. If if you got somebody that's always telling you about how good everything is, but they don't never tell you about any type of struggle or anything that they've had to endure, I wouldn't listen to that person. Because how are you gonna relate to that person? How are you gonna benefit off of that person's story? What what is gonna be the driving force for you excelling if you haven't talked to anybody that has learned from whether it's a shortcoming, whether it's a near death experience, whether it's a tumultuous time, whatever. You need to be around people that have been battle tested. You need to be around. You need to get yourself around people. They always say, experience is a motherfucker. That's the truth. But you gotta listen to people that have had bad experiences too. Because every experience ain't a good experience, man. Every experience ain't a good experience. You gotta be battle tested. If you listening to somebody that, oh yeah, everything's all peaches and cream, it's great all the time. They lying to you. They lying to you. They not telling you the truth. And the majority of the people that you speak to anyway, they liars anyways, man. Some people conversate with liars all day and don't have a clue. What's up with it, Big Who? But the only way that you're gonna build character, man, is if you are battle tested. That's the only way you're gonna build character. Other than that, you're not gonna build character. You know, I want to go. Look, I want to take the bad. You have to learn to take the bad with the good, man, and that's easier said than done. You got to thank the Most High for the good and the bad. You got to thank Him for both, because that struggle that you went through, that that near death experience that you might have had, that messed up time that you went through, all of that is strengthening you. And a wise man once told me, man, it's just for a season, man. It don't last for long. It's just temporary. This life is temporary. But your war wounds, your battle scars, those is forever. They always stay with you. They always stay with you. Somebody gonna want to know. Somebody gonna want to know what you've been through, because then they're gonna be able to decide whether or not they could truly handle something like that. I look at it from a standpoint like you see a lot of the guys, that used to be, cold hearted, stone cold gangsters on the streets, putting in work, doing what they had to do to earn stripes and everything like that. A lot of those guys right now are business owners. A lot of those guys right now are family men. A lot of those guys right now are doing something positive and productive for society. A lot of those guys right now are trying to steer the young generation in the right direction. They're not trying to be uh, pour gasoline into the fire and be part of the problem. They're trying to be a solution to the problem, which is what you're supposed to do as you evolve in life. But see, most of our culture, most of the older men sometimes they don't want to instruct, they don't want to teach, they don't want to bring value to the younger generation. They just want to poison them. And I, if me, I'm gonna listen to anybody. It doesn't young or old. I'm gonna listen to anybody that's been battle tested. There's people probably younger than you that have been battle tested and been in much harsher situations than what you could even begin to even talk about. So don't look at that. Don't look at that guy who's trying to give you wisdom, trying to give you knowledge, trying to give you understanding. Don't look at that guy as just, oh man, you a has been, or you washed up and all this other stuff. Not realizing that that guy can be really dropping some gems on you that can really be beneficial for your life. It could actually save your life. And nobody wants to go through any type of battle. They want to go through everything smooth sailing. Nah, mom's taught me early on, shoot, you're gonna have to go through some stuff. You're gonna have to go through some stuff, man. And it's gonna hit it first. It's gonna hurt you at first, but then you could, like I said, you could live to tell your chapter in your life. And people are gonna take that as admirable. People are gonna really know, okay, he went through that. So if he went through that and he made it out alive, then I know I could, depending on what the situation is. Now, some of them, if they, if they've sold dope, robbed, you know, been on the street, stuff like that, you know, 9 times out of 10, if they are really beneficial for you and really care about you and care about your well-being, they'll tell you, okay, hey, look, I went through this, but man, this is something that you should not do. This is something that I advise that you would not do. A lot of y'all think that it's just gonna be, um, it's just gonna be all the time, great, 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 great. No, some people were actually raised like that. They were raised to thinking that nothing bad is going to take place at all. And see, that's why like a lot of people that move out of their house and go through a struggle and they've always had to depend on somebody, they can't handle it. And they can't handle it. It's not always gonna be the greater good, man. It's not always gonna be the greater good. And a lot of times you gotta tear some shit down in order to build some shit back up. That's just facts right there. It's all right to start over. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't start over, man. It's all right to start over. It's okay to start over a lot of times. If you start over a million times, man, only you can judge you. Because nobody knows. Nobody knows unless you tell them what you truly going through or what your journey is. What is your journey? What is your journey? That's what you have to ask yourself. What is your journey, man? A lot of y'all don't even know what your journey is. Yeah, a lot of y'all don't have any type of any type of uh y'all not living life with substance. It's null and void. Some of y'all just getting up just to go to sleep, man. You get up and wake up. You're not productive. You're not doing anything productive for society. You're not doing anything. But guess what you're doing? You're just spinning your wheels. You letting the time pass by, and that's because you're afraid. You're afraid of going through the war wounds. You're afraid of going through the battle scars. What's up, Ted Matrix? I see you in the building. You're afraid of going through that struggle. You're afraid of going through that grit, that grind. You can't be afraid of it. You should want the struggle. I want everything about the struggle. to let people know that I can arise from it. And then if I go through struggle, I'm gonna be like, well, where's the other struggle at? I'm gonna be hungering for more. You gotta understand, you gotta realize that without a struggle, without war wounds, without battle scars, life isn't any better. I know it seems weird, but life isn't any better if you don't have any war wounds or any battle scars. Because what do you have to work for? What do you have to work against? What do you have? What do you have to? What do you have to? Sorry about that. What do you have to strive for? What do you have to come back from? That's why, like a lot of people, they love a good comeback story. After being knocked down, they want to see a person get back up. If they get back up, because a lot of people can't get back up once they get knocked down. Once they get knocked down, that's it. That's a wrap. No way, Jose, for me. I can't do it. I got to get back up. Got to shake that out. Throw some dirt on it and keep going. You got to throw some dirt on it and keep going. War wounds, battle scars. Don't be ashamed of it. Make sure you show it. Like this video, share it, subscribe. Also hit them notifications too. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. I'ma holler at you.